All right, Manib. So this next one I'm looking at, first off, I just want to point out, good job not just jumping up to this higher neighborhood. This is a Stapleton area, and you can quickly see that these houses are just different. They're newer, and so here is our house here, and looks like you used this comp here, which is an under contract. I probably wouldn't have used this 485. That's a new house, a new build. So I like where you went with it. Um, yeah, I mean that, that'd be crazy if it jumped that much, but yeah, I would say that's fine. And um, based on condition of the inside, yeah, point 0.2 is fine because it's going to need kitchen, and you can maybe do point 0.9, but looks good. All right, Manib. Hey, so this one is the only one that I found. Oh, you already got these marked as pending. Um, so this one is still active, and I really am struggling to find this ARV that you've got here. So let's take a look at it. So here's my criteria. You can do, I just do 180 days, but we're really looking at the freshest solds. Here's my square footage range because our square footage is 2298. You can even do 26 if you want, and single family home. And here's my properties. And so here it is for 360. I read through it. It doesn't look like it has any structural or anything. Offers are due by May 11th. It sounds like they got a heating issue in their furnace, which it is costly, but I would just make sure that you adjust the numbers accordingly. But let's take a look at the results. So I'm not finding anything in there around 550. Maybe you're looking at this pending. I'm not sure, but let's go here. Start looking at some of these higher solds. I'm finding 625 at least. So here it is, 360. Here's this 617, and it's not even that fixed up. Um, it's this average condition. So I'm already at 617. Ours is on a busier street. It's not a completely busy street, but it does have lines down it. So you got to take that in consideration. Here's a 693 that is a little bit bigger. Pretty darn nice, right? Um, is that on? That's not. 693. I'm already like 625, 650 already. So I'm trying to figure out where you got. So here's just 576. So maybe use this. Um, so maybe use that as your comp, and then you made an adjustment downward for the busy street. It's the only thing I can think of, but I would definitely I would be more aggressive out of these two. This one I think is a more recent sold. It's got to be, right? Yeah, it's about the same time period. So I would just say that one probably got undersold a little bit. So um, unless it had structural or something else, I didn't even see this one. Let me pause and take a look. All right, so yeah, just kind of looking over there's these higher comps over here. These are kind of different houses, bigger. I think they're in bigger lots or they're just bigger, I don't know, whatever it is. But so yeah, I'm guessing you use this comp and then you adjust it downwards. But you got this higher comp here, you got this higher comp here. We definitely want to err on the side of higher comps. So I would say, 620, 625 is be where I'm at, not the 550. Or even if you're like around 610, kind of trying to split the difference. And I would still just err on the side of the bigger comps. You can't use this one. It's a bigger house and it's not on a busy street, but you can definitely, I mean, when was that sold? That was the most recent sold. So we definitely want to weigh on the more recent sold. This one is sold about the same time. They just really undersold that. So I can't fault you too much. The comp is there, but definitely take a look at these. You have to take a really close look at these when you, especially when you got higher comps, and just kind of take a look at it and err on the side of the heavier comp. So I would do 625 on this, but I would definitely make the adjustment, on this 0.2, maybe 0.22 on this. So I'll send that back over to you. So let me take a look at this last one, and we'll go from there. All right. So anyways, I saw what you did here. I wasn't paying attention. You overrode this purchase price because we're so far over list, which good. That's cool. On this one, they are way, way underselling it. I would go the 415. So if 415, if we did, I'm thinking 625 on this, as you saw just a second ago. I'm thinking we could even go all the way to 475, but I'm not seeing. So this is 45,000 over list. I have been seeing it go 50, 60 over list. So, let's go in at 425, 426, 250. Geez, 426, 250. Let's give that a shot. I still think we got a lot of room in there. So I'm going to highlight this one. Let's get that offer out on this one. This is one that that it looks really good. All right, here's the last one on the sheet. It's already pending. This Miller Street. So again, we're not on the same page today as far as comps go, and I'm not sure why. So here is our property. Here's 400 Miller Street. It's not on a busy street. Everything looks pretty kosher on it. Here, let me show you my criteria. So this is 1,100 square foot house. So I'm 0 to 1,400. You can do 1,300, whatever. So the results are here. So you got the ARV at 400K, and we've got this 380 up here. We've got this 518, this 310, 440, and this 325. So I haven't even looked at this 325, but that looks like that would have been a really nice deal too, that we missed out on. Oh yeah, so I'm really curious what this went for. So you had 400, and the only thing I could guess is that you used this comp over here. That's a pretty similar house, I agree, but it sold clear back in November. And it's not even fixed up inside. So maybe you use this and just bumped it up a little bit. That's not the way we want to go about this. This kitchen isn't new, nothing. You definitely got to be looking in the neighborhood. Hang on, I'm going to pause this. Oh, here it goes. There's this 518 over here. So this is this house right here, but it's fixed up 518. It's sold. This one sold, closed in March, so not even that recent. So I would definitely be, but it's pretty nice, pretty clean. I would definitely be in the 500s, 520 range. So I'm not sure where you came up with the 400. Maybe you can help me along with that, but we definitely need to make sure that our ARVs are in there. And then on top of that, let's just take a look at condition. So condition wise, yeah, 0.2 is fine. I wouldn't change anything there. So hopefully that helps. We need to make sure that we're getting, it seems like we're kind of on track for being pretty aggressive with the ARVs. Now we seem to be kind of dialing back and going back to the conservative method, and we don't want to do that. We want to make sure that we're finding these, looking at these neighborhoods and looking at the highest solds and really weighing those the heaviest, especially the most recent solds. That's what's really important. The pricing from November is extremely different than the pricing of today. I think some of the months have gone up even 5%. So November, December comps, they're just hardly usable at this point. January even, we really need to be looking at really February, March, April comps. And if you're getting kind of pulled into looking at those comps, then dial this back. to 90 days. So that way you are only seeing the comps that make sense. So if you were to do that on this situation, that one would be gone, and you'd be looking at these over here that make more sense. I use 180 days because I like to see all of it, because I would use the highest comp even if it was back in November, but if it was fixed up, right? And then I'd make my decision based on that. I hope that helps. Let's keep grinding away at this. We will get this down so that you and I are on the same page.